So I just want to think a little bit about what happened to Jesus leading up to his crucifixion. You see, Jesus knew what was coming. He knew he was going to be taken and led away to be tortured. When he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he even asked his disciples to stay awake with him, but not one of them did. His agony, his sweat like drops of blood, the anxiety he was feeling, scared, alone. He was just like you and me, and yet never made a run for it, never tried to escape. He could have done. He had many opportunities to choose not to go through with it, but yet he didn't. He stood there whilst the soldiers beat him and scourged him, made fun of him, until he was so weak he could hardly carry his own cross. They even managed to make a crown of thorns which they pressed into his head. Can you imagine the pain he suffered? I can't even begin to imagine the immense suffering he was going through. And not only did he find the strength to ask God for their forgiveness for the things they were doing to him, but he also stood and took whatever was thrown at him without retaliating. However, he did have a choice. He could have fled. He could have escaped beforehand. He could have asked his father to send dozens of angels to protect him. He had the power to do anything, so why didn't he? Because his choice was influenced by the love he had for his father and the love he felt for us. He already knew that in giving his life, we would have a way back to God, a way that would allow us forgiveness of sins if we accept Jesus into our lives, and an opportunity of everlasting life in God's kingdom. He also knew that he had to fulfill the scripture, that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed and after 3 days rise again. So Easter for me is a time to remember Jesus' selfless sacrifice because of the love he had for his Father and for us. I think of my own gratitude towards Jesus and how humbling it makes me feel that he could go through what he did for someone like me. And it is a time to renew my faith. Thinking about Jesus' death and resurrection is central to my faith, because without it, there is no faith, there is no belief, and there is no hope for the future. To think about the suffering Jesus went through for me, the choice he made for us, an invitation to us, to me and you, and the choice we have too. The choice to reply to that invitation and accept Jesus into our life, into the hope of everlasting life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.